For this week's study, we're looking at Can't Help Falling in Love, originally covered by Elvis Presley, and then UB40 did a really nice reggae version, and then 21 Pilots did a ukulele version. Now, what's interesting about this song is the different ways we can apply the bass notes. Now, when we say the bass notes, I want you to listen to this. Listen for those notes as I play through the chords as in the first line. Here we go. Now, if I didn't use those bass notes and I would use what we'd normally expect to use for the bass notes, we'd have this. And that sort of tends to lose the actual feel for Can't Help Falling in Love. Now, there is a bit of theory to why we change the bass notes, how we can change the bass notes, but I don't want to go to that yet. I first want to teach you how to play the song. Now, you can use a pick if you want to. So if you want to use a pick, you can. I'm going to just take it once through with a pick so you can see what you're doing. I'm going to play a C with a fretting hand. It's a 6/8 time, so you're simply counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And on the string notation, you're playing string 5, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3. And then you go to the next chord. Same strings. A minor, same strings. And 2 A minors. But I'm going to use fingers for this song just because I like using the fingers. You don't have to do the same as well. I just like the warmth of the fingers for the song. So I'm going to use my thumb for the top 3 strings as I need the strings. And then finger 1, 2, and 3 are going to play those strings 3, 2, and 1 as I need it. So it's going to go like this. You can see my fingers up close there. And you'll gradually pick up speed. Also notice, be careful not to do this movement. See what I go? I have seen 1 or 2 students do that, moving their hand too much. So try and let the action come from the fingers. You can actually, if you want to, let your pinky rest on the guitar like this. Watch my pinky. And here comes the F. There's your C and G. So you've got 2 ways to go about it. I don't really mind whichever one works for you, pick or fingers. Like I said, I like the fingers thing. Now, I'm going to play again the typical bass notes just to show the difference and to let you hear and decide for yourself which one sounds nicer. This is if I use the traditional bass notes for C, traditional bass note for E minor. It just doesn't sound nice for the song. Back to the 5th string for A minor. F is cool, but then F to C, C to G, that's very big sort of gaps or intervals would be the correct music term for it. So we're going to rather play it a bit differently. So just to revise one more time, what we're saying over here is C, E minor, A minor is going to be on the 5th string. Saw the thumb playing it there. F, C, and G is going to be the 4th string. Now the internet said G7. That doesn't sound bad with the G7, but I actually sort of like the sound with just a normal G. So if you prefer G7, cool, go for it. Next line, we're going to go, but I can't help, it's going to be F, G, C, to D minor, and C, and G, and C. And what we did with that there is I took my F shape, shifted it 2 frets up, 1 fret, 2 frets, and that's G. It's basically the same concept as a bar chord. And it sort of lifts it up a bit, which is quite nice. Listen to the difference in sound. F to G, drops it a lot. F to G, it lifts it nicely. And then for the C, I played it with that bass note, so I didn't even need to bring my ring finger in for C. And that C to the D minor, that lowers it quite nice into D minor. So that's what the whole sort of logic is over here, to look for a more melodic bass line. And then the last C, G, C, I did my C from the 4th, G from the 4th, and then the other C from the 5th. Because then I get this, and you can hear how nice those bass notes resolve it. So it's a very interesting song, nice chords, but your bass notes are important. Okay, I'm going to play it through once now slowly, but I'm going to count 2, 3, 4, so that you can play along with. You've got your picking pattern, like I said, fingers or plectrum, not really worried about that. And let's watch the bass notes as we go through. Are you ready? 3 and 4 and C, 5th, E minor, 5th, A minor, 5th, F on the 4th, C on the 4th, and G on the 4th. Next line, F on the 4th, move up 2 frets, still on the 4th bass note, C is on the 4th, D minor on the 4th, C back to 4th, G on the 4th, and last C on the 5th. Let's take it again. I'm not going to call it out now. If you want to do a reggae version, then I would maybe consider the pick and go. But I have realized that some of the students, they actually didn't enjoy the reggae version that much after hearing the picked one. And the ukulele one's actually very, very cool as well. So I'm not going to go too much into the reggae one, much further than that. With the chorus, when it goes like a river flows, B7, just one more time to recap. First finger, 1st fret, 4th string from the bottom. Middle finger, 2nd fret, 5th string, and then your 3rd and 4th fingers have to go through also 2nd fret. Pinky's at the bottom, ring is at the 3rd, and then just holding the 2nd there, just so to get the dog quiet. And then your B7 should sound like this. Now, if you did your E minor to B7 like a river flows, I would do 6th string to 5th string for that, and then E minor, and then A7, and you basically got your song the whole way through. So it's a very lacquer song, very easy song to do. Just watch your bass notes. The bass notes are very, very important to be there the whole way through. Otherwise, it sort of loses a lot of the emphasis there. If there's any questions on it, let me know. Hope you enjoyed it. And if you want to try different picking patterns as well, I did this one and it sounded quite nice. I'm going to show you just to finish up the video, just to give a bit of extra. This sounds very cool. It's a very different feel to it, and let me just take you through that. So you're changing the whole sort of 6, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You're changing it to this. And that's going to sound something like this. I'm going to start with the thumb and the middle finger, playing strings 5 and 2. First finger comes into the 3rd string, and then both of those to the bottom 2. So it's, and you count it, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2, 3 and 4, and F's on the 4th string. And then this time I purposely went to the G bass note over here on the 6th, just to give a slightly different sound, seeing as we're using a different finger picking technique. So this song lends itself to go from a sort of 6/8 swing, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, to a 4/4, 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 1. And the both sound really, really cool. So make this song your own. Have some fun with it. There are lots of different versions for Can't Help Falling in Love out there. So why not have one more and make it your own and just enjoy playing the song? Any questions, drop me a WhatsApp. I hope you got the PDF file as well with the chords and everything on there. And have a great week. Thank you.